DarkOfAllTrades presents Professor Dark Explains Logical Fallacies. The Texas Sharpshooter Fallacy. The Texas Sharpshooter Fallacy is a logical error in which a person selectively focuses on specific data points or patterns within a data set while ignoring the larger context or randomly scattered data in order to support a particular argument or conclusion. This fallacy occurs when one fails to account for the possibility of chance or variability and creates a misleading or deceptive impression of meaningful correlation or causation. The fallacy gets its name from the analogy of a shooter who fires a round of bullets at a barn and then paints a target around the cluster of bullet holes after they've landed, creating the illusion of precision. It is an act of painting the target after the shots have been fired to make it seem like you hit the mark perfectly. It is a manipulative move and an intellectual sleight of hand. Some examples. 1. A stockbroker highlights only the successful stock picks from a random list of investments to claim a superior forecasting ability while ignoring the ones that resulted in losses. 2. A teacher points to a group of students who scored exceptionally well on a test and attributing their success to a specific teaching method, disregarding the majority who performed averagely or poorly. 3. A company selectively showcasing a handful of positive customer reviews to promote a product's effectiveness while neglecting to mention the numerous negative reviews that reveal its shortcomings. 4. A dating app matches two people because they both like pizza and watching movies, ignoring the difference in political ideals. Using the Texas Sharpshooter Fallacy is like saying, "Look at these successes and ignore the rest." But that's not how solid arguments are built. The Texas Sharpshooter Fallacy thrives on omission, on purposely excluding information that doesn't bolster the argument. An example from apologetics. One example of the Texas Sharpshooter Fallacy is the argument for the divine inspiration of religious texts, such as the Bible. In a syllogism, it looks something like this. Premise 1. Religious texts contain profound wisdom and guidance that align with human moral values. Premise 2. These texts have been preserved and cherished by numerous followers for centuries. Conclusion: therefore, religious texts must be divinely inspired and inherently true. Apologists often highlight prophecies or passages that seem to align with historical events or modern discoveries in support of the accuracy of the Bible, while ignoring the numerous other verses that may contradict established knowledge or fail to come true. By selectively emphasizing the perceived hits and downplaying the misses, apologists create the illusion of a perfectly accurate and divinely inspired text, even though a more comprehensive analysis would reveal inconsistencies and contradictions that challenge this portrayal. This fallacy can mislead individuals into accepting the divine inspiration of a religious text without critically examining the full scope of their content and historical context. Dealing with this fallacy. If you suspect someone is painting targets after the shots, point it out. Ask them about those stray bullet holes. If they dodge or dismiss those cases, you might be staring at a Texas Sharpshooter in action. When it might be okay. There could be legitimate reasons for what could be the Texas Sharpshooter Fallacy. If they actually have a valid reason for their selective focus, it might not be a fallacy after all. Maybe they're emphasizing success stories to inspire others while acknowledging the diversity of outcomes. It's the difference between an honest narrative and a smoke and mirrors act. Critical thinking plays a pivotal role in identifying and countering the Texas Sharpshooter Fallacy by enabling individuals to scrutinize information with a discerning eye. In a landscape often littered with cherry-picked data, critical thinking is required to look beyond the presented cluster of bullet holes, ensuring a comprehensive examination of the entire data set. By questioning assumptions, seeking context, and demanding a holistic perspective, critical thinking can expose the fallacy's deceptive allure and safeguard against being misled by misleadingly painted targets. In a world where information can be selectively molded to suit narratives, honing the skill of critical thinking becomes an essential tool for untangling the web of half-truths and recognizing the full spectrum of reality. Any questions?